Today we're going crappie fishing, and I want to see if I can get y'all some shots of some crappie, some covering, some underwater shots on the LiveScope, and share that with you. At the end of this video, I've had the scope now for about 3 weeks. I'm learning on it, learning about it, and I'm going to share with you some of my thoughts.
Great time of day. I hope this is a crappie. Just hope this is a crappie. It is. I'm gonna tell you what, guys, he was fighting like a bass. Of course the water's cooler now. This is fall. Y'all can see I got a jacket on. Y'all can tell I got a look at that crappie. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, guys, this is the hook fell out. Woo, it's a nice one. Jeez. Guys, I done been 1, 2, this is the 4th place I've been this morning. That's 8, a little bit after 8. So I've been fishing for the ire. And I'm using my LiveScope. Alright, see him go. Thank you, buddy. Alright, guys. Yeah, it's a crap. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna be honest with you. They hard to catch today. They're hard to catch today. It's been half an hour from the other one. I done switched docks on you. Like I say, they're scattered. There's like 4 in front of this dock right here. And there's like 4 over there on a stump or something. I don't know if they're crappie. They gotta watch sometimes. But I'm gonna tell you what, they're nice ones, aren't they? Isn't that a nice crappie? Guys, I think you've seen my video stump crappie. They were all big ones. When you find these scattered crappie like that, where it's only this is my opinion now, where it's only 4 or 5 or 6, it's only like 6 right here but 6 over there, and I caught this one over there off that stump. And the stump's in about 8 foot of water. I'm sitting in 20 foot of water right here, guys. Water's 71 degrees. You would think that the crappie would be a little shallow, but they're not shallow, and they're not under that dock. They're right at the front of it, and I think there's 2 chairs up there. I think the other chair's in the water. That's what they're on. That's my opinion. That's what it looks like. And there's, like I said, a stump about 6, 8 foot over there. It's a couple on it. But I'm working to catch them. I've been here 10, 15 minutes. And the reason I've stayed here is because I see them. I know they're here. That's what the LiveScope will help you. The LiveScope will help you because sometimes you can see them. Now I'm going to show you. See here? They're right on, that's a couple right on front of that post. Now I'm going to spin it here. Now, see right there? They're right on that front post. Let me hold that closer where y'all can see it. See, there ain't many of them there. And you see, here's one out here moving around. Let's go right out in front of, I'm going to go ahead in front of the dock. See if I can find that stump. Right there it is. See them right there? If you watch, you'll see them moving. They're going up. There's about 1, 2, 3, about 5 fish right there. It's like a big stump or a big rock. I'm gonna guess it's a stump. But anyway, that's where the LiveScope will help you. It will give you confidence that there's fish there. If not, you would have stopped here and you would have fished this dock. You would have thrown 4 or 5 times. You'd have went on to the next dock. Now, the other dock I fished was down there, way down there, and I idled down to this one. And that's what I'm doing. I'm checking some docks. If I go through the docks and I look, I go through, make a couple of casts, and I'm watching. If I don't see anything, I can go to another dock. Okay. Oh, that's a decent one too, guys. I'm trying to come up with a couple decent fish this morning, guys. He ain't as big as some of the other ones. He ain't as big as some of them. Let's get him real fast. Alright, got it. Look at these crappies swimming around this post. Comes one in there. I got my jig down in there. I don't know if that's getting them excited or not. I'm moving the transducer now, guys. Plus the boat moves a little bit too, that changes it, but sometimes when they turn to move. My boat's moving right now. I don't have my spot lock on. I got see one coming around the base down there. But I'm trying to catch him. You see one coming from the left to the right there now. Coming back to the post. And he's gonna come up the post, see? Anyway, there's a few crappie here, guys, but they're on this big post right here. Getting them to bite's a different story. I get them to move, I get them all excited, and they come after it. Now, I said this earlier. To me, one of the best things about this LiveScope is it gives you confidence in, you know, there's fish there, okay? That's great. The bad part is it makes you feel like you're a poor fisherman. Okay, guys, what I'm trying to share with you here, these are dock posts. This is the crappie back under the dock. This is a little, I don't know if it's a stump or what that is. Let me clear that. But now I'm gonna move my I've got my transducer on this adjustable shaft here I made, okay? I just got it on a same mount you put a depth find on, a ram mount, so I can fold it up on the boat when the boat's moving. All right, and I just made a plate, this plexiglass 1/4 inch, that stuff's tough. Just bolted to it, a piece of 1.5 inch PVC for the collar, for it to slide up and down. And guys, this is one of those, this is just one of those rods that you can get it that's adjustable to put behind a sliding glass door. I put the, this is 1.5 inch. I put a reducer in it so I could go to 1 inch and on the handle, because I wanted a smaller handle. I didn't want that great big old handle. All right, it's all done. This video, I'm trying to show y'all, trying to catch a few crappie and show y'all how we're finding them. Now you can see them here. See the crappie around that post? And here's some on a little piece of trash out in front of the dock. You can see the other dock post right there. I got a bad cut in my finger, guys. I'm trying to keep trash out of it, so I got a piece of latex glove on it. That's all that is. Like I paint in those sometimes to keep paint off me. It makes my hands easy to clean at the end of the day. And I just cut the end of the finger off, trying to keep water and fish slime out of that cut. But these are crappie right there. You can see them right there. And if you watch it, you know, as I'm sitting there watching, I can see them moving. Like you see this fish right here behind the post. You see his whole body. You can almost see his tail. All right, and that's what I'm doing. I'm finding fish like that, then trying to get them to bite. And as I move this transducer, now somebody's going to ask me, why do I put it in the trolling motor? I started off on the trolling motor. First thing I did was pinch it right here when putting the trolling motor up and down. I realized then I didn't want that. And if I'm sitting here now and the spot lock is running for me and it's holding me, see the wind's coming at me plus boat traffic, well, it'd be facing out that way. That ain't no good to me, right? So after I used it a couple times on the trolling motor the first weekend, I knew I had to do something different. And I went on YouTube and started looking around, and I found, well, actually I went online and found these. They make these out of stainless steel and aluminum. Let me stand up here, guys. They make these out of stainless steel aluminum, and they're like $250. Then you got handles separate. Handles $40. I'm going like, what? You're gonna have $250, $275 in that thing? And I think I got like $20 in it. I think the most expensive piece was the metal piece. I bought the adjustable piece. And after I realized I didn't need to adjust it much, I put a bolt through it and locked it down when I got the height I needed. Because I figured that wasn't going to help me a whole lot. But I just got the height I needed, so it's in the water down here. Okay? And I'll tell you what, I'm ready to quit. I've got to head in here, guys. So I'm going to show you something. This is how I made this. This is why I done this. I made the handle so I can pull it out. It gets out of my way. Alright? Here's the only bad part about it is anything I do, get you where y'all can see here, it's getting out of my way. But this ram mount, I can loosen it. I can work this thing around here. I can lay it right up here on the front so it's laying up on the rubber pad on the front. And I tighten that up, bam. So I got her laying up there, tighten her up right there. She can ride right there. Her rods are underneath of it and they're out of the way. What do you think? It's out of the way. Still gonna put my rods there. That's why I used the ram mount, so it's adjustable. I can move it around. And you know, I had an extra ram mount because I got a small boat too. Y'all seen my little boat? All right, I'm gonna make about 2 more casts here, guys. The wind's getting up, as you can tell. Water's getting choppy. So it's 12 o'clock. I'm gonna head in. A little bit after 12, actually. All right, guys.
Hey guys, I'm going to share with you guys the positives and negatives. Let me share with you the positives. First, of LiveScope. First, you can find fish. I fished a bunch of docks and laydowns looking for fish today. And I go up to some where I figured they would be and keep down the bank slowly and search. Trying to learn the difference between some perch and crappie's been hard. I think I got it now, but some perch seem to move a lot more. Actually, when they see the boat, they actually sometimes will come up and move toward the boat. If you go close to them, they'll even come up toward the boat. I've seen that. Small ones. Try to determine what size something is, that type of thing I'm learning. Once you find fish, it gives you confidence. You say, hey, there's fish right there. There's fish under that dock. There's fish on that stump. If you watch my video, Stump Crappie, go out and check it out. I found some crappie. I knew there was crappie on that stump because he's in 14 foot of water and just by the size of him. And once I got myself lined up, I caught him. And that's what I've done today. I caught some fish. But it was hard. The fishing's tough right now. Where we had our first cold night, it was 45 degrees this morning of this video. I'm a day after trip, guys. I'm sorry. I've been fishing. I've been fishing last 3 days, every day. Daylight to dark. Just come in, eat lunch, go back. Like I said, I live right on the lake. It's been tough. The water's still 71, 72. Water gets down a few degrees and it's coming back during the day. And I think the fish are confused. They're scattered. The crappie are scattered. The bass are scattered. Some of them are moving. Some of them are still in summer patterns. They're still out in 12, 14 foot of water. I'm finding them out deeper. So it's really tough. And shad are everywhere. I can see them on the depth finder. I can see shad coming by the boat. The water's the clearest it's ever been on this lake because we hadn't had any rain for so long. All those things are adding to make it a little tough. But the thing is, you can find them. And when I found them, some places, I'll show you on in these clips you've seen. I can see them up on the docks. This one spot, I kept getting hung up. I caught fish off this dock one time this year, caught them this spring off of. But right in front of the dock, it seemed like where I was catching them, and I get hung up every once in a while. Well, I can see now what it is. If you got a depth finder reading off the back of your boat, you can't get it up 2 foot from the dock and really tell what something is. Now, side scan, and this is in side scan. Side scan, you can see stuff, but it doesn't give you the detail that the LiveScope is, guys. I mean, there's a bridge under the water, and I finally found. I knew where it was at. I've seen it on my depth finder. It showed a clump or a square. I got this sheet on my LiveScope, and I'm like, wow. I can see this dental shape. I can see back under the cement a little bit. And it gives you more detail, okay? So you can find fish, and you can give you confidence that they're there. You can see what depth they are. You can see how they're moving around. You see how they react to your bait. You can see your lure. If you get it lined up just right. You just can't pitch out there and be like, where's my bait? You gotta turn it a little bit and get just right. I don't know how big of a band this thing reads in. I feel like it's about 6 foot, maybe 4 foot. I don't know. If you know, guys, comment. But it reads in my understanding now. It reads in a strip. It don't read in a cone. How to do a cone like this, guys? You definitely on the back of your boat, it reads in a cone. It don't read in a cone, I understand. It reads in a strip, which makes sense. That's how it's more detailed. Now, so once you find them, you take, and the reason I moved my handle to the side, I told you in the clip, is now I can sit still and I can pull aside the dock at my spot lock. I can take my little transducer and I can find it. And it makes a huge difference, guys. When you move that transducer, you can go like, it looks like fuzz fish. You can see the shape of the fish. You can see the fish swimming out. You can almost see their tails moving. You can see their bodies turning as they turn sometimes. I try to get some out on camera. It's very tough. I'm using the GoPro. I tried to use my big camera some on another video. I'm editing it now, see how that's coming out. Guys, I'm not very good at the big camera. I'm working on it. Please be patient with me. I'm new at this. I've been doing it now about a year. Now, thank you for that. Now listen, the negative. The negative part, guys, is you learn how poor fishermen you are. You can find a school of crappie on a dock or on a post. You see these, I show you on these big cement columns. They're big power poles. You know, you can see crappie all against the poles. As I went around it, you could see the big yellow spots down about 18 foot down against the cement where crappie were hugging those poles. And it was in the shade of the poles, what they was on. They was on the shady side of them mostly. I had a hard time. I caught a couple little ones there. They would bump me. I'd see them follow my bait. When I got my bait lined up where I could see it, 2 or 3 would come out and they'd follow my bait out 3 or 4 foot from the post. A couple times they were so close to my bait I couldn't even see my bait. Then they would turn and go back. I could feel them bumping it. I could feel them tapping it. I switched one time to a hair jig, one of my hair jigs, I tied. I threw it back over. I caught one the first cast. A little one. So I realized the depth of water, most of them were small, so I went on, left them alone. But I was trying to get some footage too to share with y'all. So the negative part is, just because you can find them, don't mean you can catch them. But it does give you confidence. You know they're there, you know where the fish, you know exactly where the position, you see how they react, you see how your bait reacts, you see how fast it takes your bait to get to 14 foot. It takes a 1/30 ounce jig a long time. It depends on what piece of plastic you put on there, how long it takes to sink. I'm tell you that. The 1/16 sink's pretty decent. A 1/8 bass lure or a 1/4 ounce shaky head will surprise you when you're in 16, 18 foot of water and you throw it out there and you're trying to get it down to 18 foot. A long time to get to that bottom. And when you move that rod and you do a little pop, how far your bait moves and how far it comes off the bottom. Those kind of things you get to see too. You'll be surprised when you pop that rod how far that bait moves. I learned that too. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize I was moving that bait that far. So there's some good things like that that you learn. You learn. And I feel like I'm going to learn every time I go, guys. I'm going to see something and go like, wow. I've been going to areas that I know I've been catching crappie and just looking at the areas. Areas I've been catching bass and I'm like, why has this been a good bass spot? And every one of them, the bottom's full of rocks. And I knew it was stuff there, I could feel it, right? But you actually can see the detail of it. You know, every little limb, places that was treetops, I thought was a log there. There's a treetop there, it's got 2 or 3 limbs going there, you can see them better. On your down scan, yeah, you get some of that, but you don't get the detail you get with the LiveScope. That's what's the good thing that's good about it. But anyway, guys, I'm sharing that with you. As a bass fisherman, and you're one of these guys that run down the lake and you throw a spinner bait and you're going down the shore and you're throwing a top water and you're throwing a buzz bait, you throw a crankbait, you're a power fisherman, I don't know if it's going to help you. Because when the bass are close to the bottom, if they're in grasses and stuff like that, like we have willow grass and stuff, it doesn't do a very good job. When it hits the willow grass, it just looks like a chatter on it. It doesn't meet up in it. Hydro and stuff, it doesn't meet up in that kind of stuff. It kind of stops it. It's got to be more open water. The bottom looks fuzzy a lot, you know. You'll see how the bottom looks fuzzy, especially at a distance. Look, it's kind of grassy and stuff, but it's not. It's pebbles and it's rocks, and it kind of just feeds together. If a bass is on the bottom, it don't really show it. Once in a while, I've been in areas setting a lot. Just have a spot lock on for guys. I've been there for half an hour at a time, sitting in the same spot on the point of something. Fish will break in, and I'm just sitting there casting around. And I'll just look down at it once in a while. And all of a sudden, you'll see a fish appear off the bottom, and then he disappears. He'll appear off the bottom. You see him swim up a little bit, and he disappears. And I know they're bass. So if you're going fast, you're not going to see that. If your boat's moving, you've got to be sitting still sometimes to see some of that stuff. If the boat's moving along, yeah, you can see fish, but it's hard. It's harder to adjust it and get something in that cone because, again, I don't think you're reading that wide of a band all the time. So if you're only reading a 4-foot band and your boat's moving, you understand what I'm saying. You know, it's kind of like looking at the side of your window. If you're a passenger in a car on 70 down the interstate, you're seeing it fast. Do you have, you know, you need to pinpoint stuff with that. It's good for pinpointing. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a LiveScope's better for trying to look at something, lay down a tree, check it over. That's what it'd be better for than just a. You're probably better off a side scan if you're doing that kind of stuff. If you're a power fisherman. Okay, guys, my name is Dennis. This is Fishing Lake Country. Just trying to help you, trying to share with you what I'm learning, so that hopefully you can learn something from it, guys. I got some videos I'm working on. The last couple of weeks it's been tough for me to come up with content. Like I said, the fishing's been really tough this time of year. It can do that to us here. It's just like the end of summer, beginning of fall. I seen a comment somebody put on YouTube just today. I was looking, I can't remember whose channel it was. I was looking on and they said, hey, I think it was Taco Bass, but anyway, they said, hey, the fishing's tough right now. You know, we're going to go from summer to winter where it feels. Because, you know, we're not getting those to cool down. The water went down here, but it went back up. So that don't help a bit. We went down to like 69, 70, and we're back up to 72, 73. So I think the fish are confused. I think they're in between. I think they're starting to move. I've only found a few places I can catch a few. So topwater bite's been pretty decent, off and on, early. The first hour and a half in the morning, then stops. So I've been trying to do some topwater stuff, but like I say, it's been tough because that's the way it's been. I'm trying to do some bait reviews with a couple baits. I'm working on those. As soon as I finish them, guys, you're going to see them. This is Fishing Lake Country. My name is Dennis. Dennis, guys, I'm just trying to help you. I've been trying to help show you some baits that work, trying some new baits, be honest with you if I like them, if I don't like them, tell you how I use them, show you how I use them, show you how I caught fish on them. That's what we're all about, guys. Trying to help everybody become a better fisherman. Hit this like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Stay with us on Fishing Lake Country. We'll see you next time right here. Fishing Lake Country. See you, guys.